What if cheating has nothing to do with attraction, nothing to do with opportunity, and nothing to do with love either? What if the real reason people cheat is something far more unsettling, something hidden deep inside the human mind? Tonight, we're not talking about excuses. We're not talking about temptation. We're uncovering the one psychological trait every cheater shares. And once you see it, you won't unsee it. Most people believe cheaters cheat because they're unhappy, or bored, or because the right person came along. But psychology tells a different story. Many cheaters don't hate their partners. Some claim to love them deeply. Some even describe their relationship as perfect. So why destroy it? To understand that, we need to stop looking at relationships and start looking at the mind. Because cheating doesn't begin in the bedroom. It begins much earlier, in the way someone relates to themselves. The one trait every cheater has in common is this: a fractured sense of internal validation. In simple terms, they cannot fully regulate their self-worth from the inside. They depend on external confirmation to feel real, desired, or valuable. Attention becomes emotional oxygen. Desire becomes proof of existence. And when that validation fades, even slightly, the mind starts searching for it elsewhere. Not consciously, instinctively. Here's what makes this trait dangerous. People with strong internal validation can experience temptation and still walk away. People without it experience temptation as a threat. Their brain interprets fading attention as rejection, rejection as danger, danger as something that must be escaped immediately. So when someone new shows interest, it doesn't feel optional. It feels like relief. Cheating, in that moment, isn't about desire. It's about emotional regulation. Neurologically, this trait is reinforced by dopamine. New attention creates a surge, a rush, a temporary sense of power and clarity. But dopamine fades quickly. So the brain learns a pattern: validation, relief, emptiness, craving, repeat. This is why many cheaters don't stop after one betrayal. It's not because they're immoral. It's because the loop never resolves. The behavior changes nothing. The core problem remains. This is the part most people misunderstand. Love does not heal this trait. You can love someone intensely and still feel empty when you're alone. You can be reassured daily and still crave new validation. Because the issue isn't the relationship. It's the internal architecture of the self. Without internal grounding, no amount of love is ever enough. Psychologically, this trait often forms early: inconsistent attention, conditional affection, praise that had to be earned. The mind learns, I am valuable when I am desired. So later in life, desire becomes currency. And when desire fades, panic quietly begins. Not everyone with this trait cheats, but every cheater shows signs of it. Cheating isn't always about betrayal. Sometimes, it's about survival. A survival strategy learned too early and never unlearned. The most unsettling part? This trait often hides behind charm, behind confidence, behind people who seem emotionally strong. But beneath it all is the same quiet fear. If I'm not desired, do I still exist? And that is the one common trait every cheater shares.